Giving pain a purpose and saving lives. This is the mission of Montgomery County Overdose Prevention Endeavor, also known as MCOPE. Founded by 4 moms who lost their sons to overdoses, MCOPE is celebrating 3 years this weekend with its annual awareness event. This year's theme, Hope Beyond the Haze, is intended to help people navigate the current drug and addiction climate. From free Narcan and training to education and community, everyone is invited to attend this free event. Joining us live in Studio A, founders Sarah Hall and Kim Rosinski. Good morning to you both. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate your time.
Good morning.
Sarah, I want to start with you. I know this month, specifically this day, tomorrow, is really tough. Talk to us about what tomorrow means to you and how we're going to get through it.
Good question. So tomorrow is the 4-year anniversary of the death of my son, Ethan. And August is always a hard month just because of that. Coping wise, I'm going back and forth. My brother and his son are flying in from New York for him to MC the event. So part of the day will be spent picking him up at the airport. But I think I'm going to take Ethan's dog. And take him to PetSmart and buy him a new toy, and then maybe go to a dog park.
Yeah, and enjoy those moments. Yeah, staying busy though.
Oh, I will be very busy. Last minute MCOPE things for the event too, yes.
Yeah. Kim, your August is October.
Yes.
Tell us about your son and what October means to you today.
My son is Steven, and I miss him a lot, and October is very hard, and Sarah and I were kind of talking about it on the way over. You know, you kind of relive that day. You relive the week up to that day, and like, what were you doing before your life changed forever? So I try to just remember him and do things for him that he would want to do if he were here. And so it's a sad day, but I try to remember all the good times that we had together.
I met you ladies a few years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, yes.
I sat down with Sarah last week. We went up to her home and we were chatting. And I said, you know, this conversation, more so than any other conversation, felt different. It looked different, and that's because of time. What does time do? It's sort of a double-edged sword. Right.
So it doesn't change. Your grief changes. It's not as raw, maybe as intense as it was at first. It's still very there, very present, and it's the first thing you think about when you get up in the morning and the last thing you think of when you go to bed. It's constantly on your mind.
It's always there. It just evolves on how it feels, what it looks like.
It changes, yes. Right.
Okay, for people not familiar, I know our viewers, our KPRC viewers are familiar with MCOPE, but if we have new folks watching, tuning in, and they're not familiar with MCOPE, bring us back to the very beginning and how you moms came together to form this.
You go ahead. So we met in a grief group. So there were 4 moms, and we all lost our sons, and we kept seeing more and more moms coming into our group, and it was painful to watch. And you know, moms, dads, family members losing loved ones to, you know, overdose or fentanyl poisoning, and we just felt like we needed to do something different. We needed to do something to help others in our community, and so that hopefully they won't have to be here like we are, but also to provide hope. And I think that's what sets our group apart, is that we, you know, the part of our group that provides awareness is that there is hope. While we can't bring our sons back, hopefully we can give
save
hope
yours.
To others.
Save yours. And that hope is all encompassing of awareness, of education, of emotional support. Talk to us about, you know, one leg of the work that you do, you know, encompasses our four-legged friends. I know you've partnered with an organization called Dogs Matter throughout this journey. Just talk to us about how it's not one size fits all. It's holistic and it's community. Talk to us about all the different things that come into play here.
So for the event this year, we have a little bit of everything for everyone. Like you said, Dogs Matter will be there. They're a group that will take your dog and foster it while you go to recovery. They take care of your best friend while you take care of yourself. But we have everything. We have every kind of rehab you can imagine. We have mental health professionals there. We have groups that can guide you. Do you have insurance for rehab? Do you not have insurance for rehab? What your options are. If maybe you think a child or a loved one might be using drugs, we have someone there that can help you determine what the signs are and what are your resources, what are your options, what can you do?
There are absolutely zero barriers when it comes to seeking help through MCOPE. There's no silly question. If you have a concern, go out there, talk to moms who know what exactly it is you're going through, and if you're not there yet, the hope is you don't have to be where you two are sitting, but to have those conversations, to talk it out.
Exactly, and we're there to help. If you wonder what to say to a child, we can help you with that. All three of us will be at the event. Seek us out. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to meet you, or come to your school or your church and do a presentation.
So it's this Sunday?
This Sunday. Doors open at 3 o'clock, Tomball High School in Tomball, Texas. It's free.
Very free, all free.
Everything is free.
Yeah.
We feed you the whole bit.
Kim, I want to ask you, and Sarah, I'm going to ask you as well, throughout this journey, there's been a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows. For you, what has been the most rewarding part of this trip?
I think meeting these ladies and knowing that I'm not alone. I think so much of my grief in the beginning, I felt alone. I felt like no one understood, no one knew. But meeting, you know, Sarah and Kathy and Sherry, that we came together and we understood what we were going through. And just seeing people that are in recovery now and that are, you know, in recovery for a year, of 10 years. And, you know, that's exciting for me, and that's what I want for others. And, you know, I wanted it for Stephen, but in his name, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Sarah?
Probably hearing the feedback from the community that we are making a difference. And especially when it comes from government officials and they say, you guys are making a difference in our community. That's huge to me.
Saving lives and meeting people where they're at in the journey they're on. Yeah, really incredible work. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning and sharing more on your story. Sarah Hall and Kim Rosinski, thank you both.